What time is it? Pizza time.
What time is it?
Pizza time.
What time is it?
Pizza time.
Shoot your banana.
Pizza time. Chipotle.
Eat your cupcakes.
So sweet and tasty.
Surf in space. It's nice
Make a
and
little
spacey. Surfing in space is always spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Bacon. Spacey. So, this is Absurdus Gratis, and it's a very weird game. It really reminds me of like WarioWare's mini games, and
But if they were made in the Nintendo era,
Nintendo era.
where the games are Nintendo hard.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean. I thought you meant like, oh, it's like a Nintendo game, but no, like it's just weirder than Nintendo. Like, I mean, I've played what? How many WarioWare games are there? Like 3 to 6? I don't know, maybe more. And the originals were very weird, but this like somehow manages to out-weird it by not being like Nintendo. The music's pretty interesting. It's sort of like that WarioWare weird funk groove stuff. Well, I'll let you explain. You played the games a bit more than I did.
Yeah, this game is like a real. I want to say it's like a fever dream.
It's like drugs.
Yeah, like the premise is like a fever dream of like all these little mini games together as one.
It's like if you lived off of broccoli for a month and ate nothing else. That's what it feels like to
No,
me.
it's what happens when you eat nothing but broccoli laced with
You
LSD.
say nothing but Elton John. You listen to nothing but Elton John and eat broccoli. But anyways, the one game I saw you playing was that I remember, at least I think that's where we started with. There's a fat piggy that's trying to get across the screen, and then you're trying to get underneath forks. So you click on the forks to lift them up, but then it gets more complicated because they add more forks, and you have to like
men who eat you, and giant demon heads.
Yeah, and you're supposed to reach the gift. I don't know why a pig needs a gift. Maybe
And
there's like pork rinds or something.
Not only that, but like
maybe there's cake inside. There's cake inside of the present. But anyways, like it started getting really complicated. Like you had to hit this third fork, then hit the first fork, and then like you have to time it perfectly. That's the thing in this game. Everything's got to be timed perfectly, whether you're like getting the pig under the forks. What was the second mini game?
it was like you have to like.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even remember the second mini game, but the third one was like there were biscuits, like Pop-Tarts, going through space, flying through space.
Oh no, I remember what the second game was. You basically shoot light bulbs to keep them lit while you jump across platforms.
Yes, that's what it was. I vaguely remembered it. Yeah, and like once you're off the platform, the blue platform, you can only shoot upwards. But when you're on the blue platform, you can shoot in every direction. So you have to shoot the light bulbs to keep progressing. If you miss a light bulb, you instantly die, and this familiar skull goes whatever the noise is. And it's tough because the levels aren't huge, but like then there's like flying, no joke, lobsters in space, and you shoot at them, and they're like tanks. You can't like take them out at all. That was frustrating because then you have to like move around and like right click as you try and shoot with your left button. So yeah, it's pretty out there. So we couldn't play that one that long.
Yeah, and that was like
that was kind of frustrating.
and that was basically like that's just the free games you get at the end. There's like this whole entire mini game collection at the very beginning. There's like a progression, and that's what I was thinking this game was going for, like a sort of weird progression. Like it's one of those like troll games where it's like they give you some options. Well, no. Here's the thing. It's like they try to trick you into like okay, so one of the things was that you have to get a key to open a chest, but it goes away from your mouth. So what you try and do instead is try to fool the key into going away from you when you're in reality you're tricking it into going into the chest.
Yeah, you're indirectly steering it towards the chest.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be like that kind of gameplay where it's like you don't really know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And
but I'd say it's pretty cool. I don't remember the price. I think it's 5 or 10. I think for 5, maybe I would like say if you're really looking for something that's unique, at least for Steam, I'm thinking like 8 to 10 is pretty fair. And if anything higher than that, I think it usually goes on sale or even gets given away for like 2 to 5. So Yeah, I'd say it's there's nothing quite like this on Steam. The closest thing like this in video game land is WarioWare for sure.
Yeah,
but I think it was.
But I would
after
recommend WarioWare over this.
Really? I think WarioWare. I think the thing with WarioWare is once you've beaten it, like any of these games that are kind of weird, like you have to solve the problem. But with WarioWare, you have like 5-10 seconds. With this, it's like there's no timer from what you can tell.
Yeah,
so far.
but it is very increasingly difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, compared to the WarioWare games, where it's simplistic and it's like.
I don't think this is that difficult compared to WarioWare. There's some really hard games. I would actually argue this game's easier than WarioWare because Wario does get progressively difficult. Like I've beaten one or two of the WarioWares, the original ones. Not on like normal or hard, like really hard, but it can get like insanely tough. Like your reflex time has to be really good. This game, it is frustrating, but I wouldn't say it's like ripping your hair out frustrating like WarioWare can be. So I don't know, that's what I thought at least. But yeah, I'd give it like probably 7.5. If you really like these weird games, then you probably give it an 8. Score it higher. So
yeah, I give this a 7. 7 tries out of 10.
Yeah, it's not a game that you would like probably be able to play like all the time. So,
but like it would be something that would make you happy at least every now and then.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique game. So for unique taste. So, anyways, on to the next.
On to the next.
Eat your broccoli.
Keep on gaming.
Listen to Elton John. John Elton.